Mike Stewart Live. Audio and video marketing. Mike Stewart Live.
Welcome everybody, it's Mike Stewart and welcome to .live Secrets Training. And I want to talk to you in this particular overview and intro of why .live was an inspiration to me, and it's the inspiration of what we can all do if we put all the pieces together. So let's talk about the overview, and then of course the rest of the course will be the step-by-step things that you need to do to make that happen. So when I was a kid, back in the 60s, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday night meant to the world tune in live to the Ed Sullivan Show. Ed Sullivan was an American show that featured music acts, comedians, all kinds of, it was kind of like a vaudeville thing in New York. Basically, it was just a variety show. Ed was a newspaper man, and he became synonymous with what to watch live on Sunday night at 8 p.m. on the CBS network. We all knew it was on CBS. We all knew in Bristol, Tennessee, it was Channel 11. So we knew when and where to find the content we loved every Sunday night that went live. So just keep that in your mind. That's part of the .live Secrets concept, knowing when and where to find content you love. Now, with the proof of viewers, all the way back to the history of television, when you had a proof of audience, then you could sell sponsorships to make money from the production, even though there was just a small live audience. Now, why did they go live? Well, I'll tell you kind of one of the things that was near and dear to me about the Ed Sullivan Show. For those of you know me, know I'm a huge Beatles fan. Been a Beatles fan since February 9th, 1964. And the Beatles made their break in America on the Ed Sullivan Show. Ed Sullivan was responsible for Elvis, Buddy Holly, the Rolling Stones played on the show. Everybody got big breaks by getting exposed to Ed's audience. Ed had the audience, and that was the show to get introduced to America. And there was such a bunch of hype and PR back in on that date that there was a record-setting 73 million people tuned in live that evening, and it made it one of the most amazing moments in television. But why did they have a live audience? Why was it going live? It's because even to this day, the energy of a live audience, no matter how many people there, makes a better quality show or presentation. And that's part of the concept about .live Secrets. We've known this in television. You know, there's a way to make content which is edited and produced, but there's something that just sparks an energy when you go live. And nowadays, you can create that same expectation and the same energy with fans on the internet, because what has happened? Well, the internet is television. The internet is television more than ever. And back in the days of Ed Sullivan, you know, if the Beatles hadn't got on Ed Sullivan, there would be no Beatles, not in America. They were big in England, but Ed was a visionary enough to bring them here, and then, of course, the rest is history, as they say. So how do you do it? How do you do this on a micro scale? You know, it'd be wonderful to have 73 million viewers to your live stream, but, you know, that's not realistic. But you can make money by doing these two strategies. Create a regularly scheduled time to go live, and create a .live location online that houses a live feed from YouTube and multicasts to Facebook at the same time. So in other words, you need a location that you tell your audience where you're going to be, but you're using the live streaming power of YouTube and Facebook simultaneously to build an audience to your .live location. Now, people have asked me, can you do this on another domain? Absolutely. But I will tell you in this overview why I like .live. .live lets that be your television show, and then your .coms and everything else are the sponsors of your .live show. So it's just an easy to remember. Plus, the other good news is there's lots of great .live URLs available. I couldn't get MikeStewart.com, but I did get MikeStewart.live. Now, what was the inspiration for this? Years ago, I used to go to a church in Atlanta when I lived in Atlanta. I don't live there anymore. I live in Nashville, Tennessee. But I still go to this church because they stream online. They've been streaming online for many, many years. And I knew that at northpoint.live, that at 9 a.m. Eastern and 11 a.m. Eastern, they had a live broadcast. You can see it right there, their broadcast times. Now, they would even have a countdown clock of when they went live. They used internet strategies, but you see that big blue arrow there? They always surrounded their .live broadcast and the archive of their previously broadcast archived shows with a monetization opportunity. Churches make money from donations, and they sold a lot of things too. They sold programs, they sold music. They didn't sell a lot of products. They mostly are getting people to tithe and give. But that was the inspiration. I observed that with them. They made a .live channel. They went live on it on a regularly scheduled time, Sunday mornings, 9 and 11 Eastern. But, when they started, it was technically difficult, and it was very expensive. They spent probably millions of dollars on equipment and lighting and sound equipment. And more importantly, the technology that made it work 5 years ago was just not in the reach of everyone, but not anymore. No, you can do the same principles on a shoestring budget, and even free for that matter. And of course, you can see here, this is one of their archive videos. If you go to North Point and look at their archive, they always have monetization. They're being subtle about it, but you know what? They're one of the largest, most prosperous churches in the world, and they're using internet marketing strategies surrounding their live content with the opportunity to be to collect money or get money or sell something. So that's the principle that was the inspiration for my .live secrets. So you're probably, you're here. Hopefully you don't think if you're here that why should I bother to do this? But maybe you're seeing this and you haven't understood. Well, these are the benefits I see from having a .live presence. Number one, when you commit to going live on a regular schedule, it holds you accountable to create live content on a regular schedule. I mean, that's what the Ed Sullivan Show did. They had to figure out who were the guests. They had to figure out what the intros. They had to figure out what they were going to show. They had to build sets. They had to set up the lighting. There's a lot of things when you make a commitment to do a regular scheduled show. And if you tell your fans you're going to do one, you got to show up. So it holds you accountable. And for an audience to show up live, you got to make it easy for them to remember where and when you broadcast. If you remember with Ed Sullivan, the example was CBS, Channel 11, Sunday night, 8 p.m. Well, I am proving this. I'm putting my commitment where I'm doing this myself. I've made a commitment to do on the second and fourth Mondays of every month. I will go live at 10 a.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time, and then, of course, around the world. I don't know anything else other than the U.S. times, but I will be live the second and fourth Mondays of the month at that time for 30 minutes to produce a live show. Now, I own and control MikeStewart.live, which means people are not distracted from other content. If you're on Facebook Live or you're on YouTube Live, there's all these places that are distracting people from seeing your content. They can click away real easy, but if they're only on URL, the only thing that could be distracting to them are the things that make you money, your offers, your buy buttons, your sponsors. Hopefully they will come to you because your content's so good, and even though they can be seeing you simultaneously on Facebook and YouTube, you want to bring them back to a URL that you control, the .live URL. When they're on Facebook and YouTube, you're not in control. YouTube can throw up anything in their way, ads, other videos. So we're using their technology, and we're going to be there to get new people to come to us. That's the benefit. We want people like the church, like me, to come to my website. And when you go live, you create content that not only was, if it was a 30-minute show, it took 30 minutes to produce it. It becomes content that you can easily repurpose as a podcast if you do it correctly. And you can transcribe it and turn it into articles and text blog posts. And it also creates active YouTube channel. I see so many people with YouTube channels that the last time they put up a video was 2 years ago. That's not an active channel. An active channel is something that has new content regularly and builds playlists and does all of the strategies to make more subscribers come to the YouTube channel. And it becomes a traffic magnet that can point people back to your .live website, which contains all the links to the things that make you money. And then, of course, going live, live TV. It doesn't matter whether it's recorded TV, the late night television shows, even sitcoms. Everybody films in front of a live audience. The reason they film in front of a live audience is there's a whole lot more energy and interaction and engagement when you're live and know there's real human beings that can interact with you. When you're by yourself, like I am right now, you have to really force the issue. But when you're live, there's an energy that just no other way. And we realize that in teleseminars, we realize that in webinars, but I'm calling this a Livenar. This is live television that anyone can do. But you make your money by building up a viewership and then advertising the things that make you money. That's how television did it, and that's how you're going to do it in this concept. Another benefit is I'm on the first page of Google for Mike Stewart live stream. And I'm going to rise because I will be putting more and more content. Content marketing is going to make this URL rise. But hopefully people can remember MikeStewart.live. My name, Mike Stewart, and he goes live at his .live. I've got Mike Stewart Podcast, Mike Stewart Coaching. I've got, in fact, you can see there, I got MikeStewartPodcast.com coming above, but I am focusing on the live, and I'm going to spend energy to make it more relevant and come up for more keywords. It's going to generate traffic over time. So how do you go, how do you recommend we go about this? Well, we're going to go into details later in the training, but right now you can see MikeStewart.live is not available. I own it. I went to Domains You Control, which is my GoDaddy reseller site, and I bought MikeStewart.live. So that's step one. Is your .live available? Amazingly, probably your name, probably your brand, probably your business name, probably your coaching, probably the title of your book. Get that and own it. And you go to domainsyourcontrol.com and you buy that domain name. So that's number one. Grab your .live domain name. Yes, you can do it on any domain name, but I'm going to build my .live presence, like I'm teaching in .live Secrets, on a .live URL, hence the name .live Secrets. Then number two, set up WordPress. And that's a couple of clicks. And we go into detail in the training how you do that. And I've actually built a template. In fact, I'm going to give you that template right there. That's my template, which is nothing more than a header graphic and links to all the things that make me money and the archive of all my shows and my podcast. This is my television network right here. MikeStewart.live, scheduled live streams on audio and video marketing. That's my passion. It doesn't matter what your passion is or your expertise. It's real easy to do that. I made that header graphic in Canva for free. We're going to talk about how you do that. But we have a template that in less than 45 seconds, you could have this on your URL, your .live domain name. And then you connect your live stream schedule. You can see here, going live June 22nd, and you just change it out. Do it, rinse and repeat. Now, what is the formula that we're going to teach in detail in the training? Well, number one, you want to stream to the big sites, but stream and chat on your own .live URL. And then we do that with a WordPress.live website. Join StreamYard.com. You can get that for free. WordPress and a domain name, that costs money. You got to buy it somewhere. Domains You Control is where I recommend and have links to, but buy it anywhere. Join StreamYard.com. You can set up a free account. YouTube is free and Facebook Live is free. That is the ingredients to make live television. Now, you need it to get at least a good microphone. You can do it. That is the Logitech 920. You need a good webcam. You can use the webcam built into your laptop, but I recommend getting this one. It's a USB. It works, and you can adjust the angles, and the microphone in it's not bad. But I use a studio microphone. So these are two pieces of equipment that if you really want to get the quality up to broadcast quality, there'll be links to this. But you can get started with nothing more than a webcam. You can actually get started with the webcam built into your laptop, but that's what I recommend, and that's what I'm using for my .live presence. And then, of course, the software. The software from Facebook is free. You can stream from Chrome. You can practice with these things. And then you can actually practice with StreamYard. Join StreamYard.com. There's another one I'm investigating called Restream, but don't worry about that one. Just focus on joinstreamyard.com. Those are the softwares. A computer, an internet connection, and a webcam, and you're ready to go. Now, you can stream from your phone using an app. You can go to the App Store and get the Facebook app, and the Facebook app will let you stream. And in fact, you can see here in Nashville, there is world-famous musician and world-famous actress Nicole Kidman, and that's Keith Urban. And you can see he is streaming from his studio because he's locked down. At the time that I recorded this, we were in the middle of the coronavirus lockdown. And so, here is a celebrity with big budgets, and the only way he knows how to live stream is on Facebook, which I don't recommend. The only way, you can see over there is the live button, and he's doing it from his phone. He's not even have widescreen. He's got his phone angled the wrong way. This is not the way to live stream and build a .live secret. So I highly recommend that you can practice all you want, but that is for amateurs. What we're doing is how to make it, the secrets to make it pro. Now, you're going to want to broadcast to your Facebook profile, your business pages, and your groups. I've been practicing that, and I agree that content needs to be in social media, but you're going to want to configure it in such a way that they know that you're at your .live URL. You can see there the header graphic has people trying to remember. I want people to watch me at my website because there's where my monetization is. And you're going to really want to broadcast. You're using YouTube as your free, amazing distribution technology. So you really need to configure your YouTube channel and build your subscribers. I'm ashamed. I'm the internet video guy, and I haven't really worked on this. Well, I am now. I hope the next time you see this channel, it's going to have a whole lot more subscribers, and you need to. It takes time, it takes work, and it takes marketing. But the thing that you want to do when you set up your YouTube channel correctly, and we're going to go into that in depth in this training, is one, you want a header graphic that matches your brand. So I took the YouTube header from my website that I made in Canva. I've got my YouTube channel linking back to my .live website. I am putting up videos, and in the description links, I'm linking back to things that make me money. Those are all things that make me money. And of course, I'm encouraging every time I go live, subscribe to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my email address, come back at a regular scheduled time, tune me in next time. Here's what's coming next. In other words, it's television with the internet together. That's part of the secrets. And then once again, if I get people knowing and notified to click one link, MikeStewart.live, hit the play button at the proper time, they'll see me live. And what's great about that is if they show up live, we can chat, we can interact, I can respond, I can answer questions. It's a live show. If they come after it's live, they can watch the archive. And of course, the archive is going to say, come back. It's the second and fourth Mondays of the month for 30 minutes from 10 a.m. Eastern to 10:30. If you can't make it, then come back and watch the archive. Subscribe to the podcast. Because when I do my television, I'm going to make sure that when I strip the audio out, it makes sense as an audio only. So in other words, when I show things, I'm going to describe it in detail so that people that watching the video are really going to get the information, and people listening alone are going to get the information. It's all about content marketing and repurposing. And of course, I archive all the shows as a blog post. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to archive the video. I'm going to transcribe the audio into text. I'm going to put it in the RSS feed of the podcast, which gets it to Apple and Google and Spotify. In other words, what took me 30 minutes is going to be syndicated based on the Gary Vaynerchuk content modeling and content marketing model. It's called Pillar Content. My .live is my pillar content, and then I'm repurposing it everywhere that I want to. And there's ways I do that with software like repurpose.io. Now, how are we going to make money? How is all of this effort But we're talking about just thinking of what you're going to do, scheduling guests, maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours of work a month is what I'm planning on putting into this. I want it to build traffic, to build my email list subscribers. The more email list subscribers I have, the more people that will buy my offers. I'm going to advertise and feature my products and services in my live streams. I'm going to talk about affiliate products. In other words, I'm going to have guests that I have affiliate links for. The very first one is that I do every one I do is going to have an affiliate opportunity, and I'm going to break at about the 15-minute mark and run a commercial for one of my products. I'm going to say, "Well, folks, we're going to have a word from our sponsor," and then I hit a commercial, and then I come back and we give more content. Let people ask some questions, and we play the theme music out, and it's the 30-minute show. Thereabouts 30 minutes, but it becomes content that I can put in my paid membership sites. It also, the links from my .live site to my products and services can make me money. Affiliate links, buy buttons on replays, and then also the ability to build playlist curation content to build even more subscribers. So subscribers, viewers, listeners, commercials, and offers of things that make you money. That's how you're going to build this into a business. Show you a little case study that I did that are proven. One of the reasons I started working on .live secrets is because I'm here in Nashville and I love the music business. I've developed something called a music Kindle. That's our Kindle book called Pac-Man Fever, which is based on a song that I was one of the musicians on the band, and it was a hit record back in the 80s. So we did a live stream, and in our live stream, we made it very entertaining. We did it for the 40th anniversary of the 40th birthday of Pac-Man on May 22nd of 2020 this year, all during the coronavirus lockdown. And because we were locked down, we did a virtual video of the record, and we told people about it. We had people show up live. They asked a bunch of questions. We had interviews with experts, and then we told people, go to Amazon and buy the book. And we sold books. We made money. We had a digital back end. In fact, it was so impressive. I was there in the a couple of days later. They did an interview in the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and there's a picture of me when I got my gold record that I sent to them, and they made it on the front page of the living section of the paper. But we got radio interviews. We got all kinds of press from this. So it was all because we did a live stream with a digital back end. Recently, I told the story to my friend Tom Waugh, Jason Buckner, and Joe Dodds there. And they were talking about, I used to speak, you can see there it says from the team of the World Internet Summit. The World Internet Summit, maybe some of you have met me at. I used to travel the world and speak at their seminars. Well, due to the lockdown, seminar business is dead. The hotels, people won't travel. So Tom called me and said, I'm going to turn the World Internet Summit into clickseminars.com. And he said, I'd like you to be a presenter, and we were going to use Zoom. Zoom is what became popular during the lockdown because it was a way for people to virtually meet. And I said, no, Tom, I'm building a system for the music industry, and I did it with my band, Buckner Garcia, ability to do television, not a webinar. Zoom and GoToWebinar, those are basically a slide and a stationary webcam. What we do with joinstreamyard.com is television, switching, changing the picture, changing the slides, running lower third text, running commercials. I mean, it's a television studio. And so this kind of put Live Secrets on hold when Tom says, yes, I'm going to change it to clickseminars.live, and we're going to have 21 speakers do 2-hour presentations each. And Mike, we want you to be the host. Well, folks, I learned a whole lot doing 21 live streams at a .live website. What we did was we ran the shows on clickseminars.live. Everybody presented. You can see there's my webcam. That's very much like a webinar, but we were able to make it more like television. That's the .live secrets difference. And then the buy buttons were below the videos. People didn't have to do anything. When they saw the opportunity to do business with you, they were one click away. So you can see there, even though I was streaming to the .live website, we were also streaming and getting chat from YouTube and Facebook and from our website. We were getting chat in from 5 different places. So it was very interactive, it was very live, but then more importantly, it became an archive that is actually still being monetized after it's been done for over a week. So this is what I'm teaching in .live Secrets. I've done it, I proved it worked, and I'm going to show you the step-by-step nuts and bolts how to set it up for yourself with templates and the tools and the resources to make it happen. What you got to have is you got to have an idea, a passion, a subject matter, and an audience, and the commitment to follow through and make it happen. So let's talk once again about the mechanics, and then we're going to go into detail with each of these mechanics of what it takes to set up a .live television show. And in fact, go to MikeStewart.live and watch what I do. This is 3 or 4 days before my first show, and by the time you see this, that show will already be archived. I'm going to have my colleague Jeff Herring as my affiliate partner guest host on that 30-minute show coming this Monday. And of course, by the time you see this, that show is going to be in the archives. But you can go back and watch what it was. But just understand, it didn't exist till I went live. So, number one, I bought a .live. It's not required. I've said that people have asked, well, is this the only way to? No, of course not. But I think it's well worth it because of the strategies and the fact that it's easy to remember. You know, whatever you do live should have the .live, what's called TLD, or .live ending to your name. You know, if I wanted MikeStewart.com, no way I could get it. It's been gone for 25 years. But I got MikeStewart.live last year. And then you build a basic WordPress site. This is not about web design. This is a channel. I actually have the ability for you to download my template. You don't have to use my template. You can use your own, any WordPress theme you want to. There's lots of free themes. There's lots of professional themes. I love Elementor. I love OnePress. But I go into detail on that, how you do that. But you can just use my template. My template becomes your channel and your network. And then, you know, you should practice going on Facebook Live. In fact, one of the things you can do with your phone is you can broadcast to Facebook Live with your phone and have no one see it, just to get used to framing the shot and what to say, and not getting stumbled with knowing what to say and how to say it. And then, of course, you can practice to YouTube Live with your phone or just with your webcam. But I really recommend you go to joinstreamyard.com. joinstreamyard.com, and I'm going to have a webcam tutorial and a switching tutorial. That's what I call, you know, using your phone like Keith Urban did. That's not the .live secrets method. I am calling these Livenars. We had seminars, then teleseminars, then we had webinars, and this is live television. So if you don't like the term Livenar, like some people said they didn't, I don't care. I think it's a Livenar best practices. So what kind of lighting? How do you position the camera? What camera? Well, I've told you the 920 Logitech is one of my favorites. But there's all kinds of cameras. You know, you can use professional cameras. We'll talk about all the way up to high-end television to using your phone. But you got to pay attention to the visual and the sound. And then scheduling. How do you schedule all this stuff? And then, of course, you should look for guests. It's one thing to do a show by yourself, and you can do a show by yourself, but it's a whole lot more fun when you can have a colleague and have dialogue, not monologue. And then I got some tricks and hacks. How to build backgrounds, how to create an intro, how to create an intro jingle. You'll see in my show, I created my own intro jingle. There's ways of doing that. And then all about building PowerPoint slides for screen shares. And then the beautiful part about StreamYard. StreamYard has the highest resolution of video and audio download. When you have the $25 a month account, not the free account, join StreamYard will let you download high quality recordings. It's great for podcasting. It's great for video editing. It's great for editing together best of show. I mean, the download is worth the $25 a month. It makes an amazing video file that you can repurpose. And then we go into podcast plugin, how I set up my podcast. I had a course called Podcast Install. Well, I'm bringing all the tutorials on that, so that I recommend, you don't have to do a podcast. You could just do live streams, but I'm going to recommend that. Now, here's something that is amazing. Otter.ai. You can get a free account and transcribe your audio for blog posts and keywords of all your live streams for free. Now, I buy the $10 a month account because I use it for my clients. In fact, I have a done-for-you business that I do all of this work for some clients, and I get paid good consulting money for very little work. So that's another opportunity that you can, when you learn and master this, you can have it as a done-for-you business for people who just refuse to learn. But number one, why do you do this? Because you need a digital back end of profit. If you don't have something people can purchase from your website, whether it's shippable items, memberships, subscriptions, downloads, affiliate products, then this is a hobby. You've got to create a digital offer back end of profit. And that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the front end of relationship building and building traffic and building subscribers and building relationships, but advertising things that make you money. But you can become affiliates. You can become affiliates on Amazon and Commission Junction. You can be affiliates in JV Zoo or Zaxa. You can find things that are related to your audience and offer them from your .live website. Or better yet, create your own products, create your own books, create your own tradings. You can go to training sites like Udemy and Skillshare. There's plenty of places. In fact, my wife is going to start a monthly TV show called Nashville Garage Sale, and we're going to just post the links to her eBay listings. She's going to show the products and then say, right below this video, you can go right now to eBay and buy them. So eBay sales, it's just about having a way for people to order from you and you make money. That's what I call a digital back end. And then the final thing that we're going to have in this training is what's next, the next steps, and as I learn more and do more, I'll share it with you. So let's get started creating your .live